Hi, Taurus. I'm Pam, the Lucky Mermaid, psychic seer and modern mystic, bringing you psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides for November 2022. Please be sure to watch your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign to get a more clear and complete picture of what's to come for you in November and perhaps beyond, because timing will be different for all of you in these general readings. Remember, sometimes your rising sign and your moon sign will resonate more for you than your sun sign will. And if you're born on the cusp of your sign, some months your psychic predictions and messages are coming to you from there. So you might want to check that out. This recording is for Taurus Sun, Taurus Rising, and Taurus Moon. I'm using the Tarot Mucha Tarot deck in these readings. All that being said, Taurus, now onto your November 2022 Psychic Tarot reading. I just want to say before we get started, if you hear any truck noises or loud noises, my area is still being rebuilt from Hurricane Sandy. Can you believe that? That was what, 10 years ago? They are still raising houses, knocking houses down, rebuilding them, and 2 houses away, they're doing that now, and I don't have a soundproof room, so I'm sorry if you hear background noise. So, all that being said, now on to your reading. So the first card you have is Ace of Swords, and Ace of Swords is victory, truth being revealed. It could be wisdom, knowledge, love. It could also be victory because truth is revealed to you in some way. Or you could be revealing truth, wisdom, and knowledge to someone else, to other people. Some of you are getting considered for a position. It could be a position in the company where you already work. It could be for a new position at a new job. And you may have to take a lot of time out of your day to interview. It may be at a distance, or if it's on a Zoom call or Skype or whatever, you may need to, it could be a lengthy interview, or you have to drive a distance to get to it if they want to see you in person. You know, you could be marching to new orders of what you have to do. That could be at an existing job, or it could be life events that are now, you know, you have to march to new orders, meaning new schedule, new routines, new tasks you have to do. But for many of you, it's happening at your place of work or business. If you have to fight to take control of something, I feel you're going to win. This could be in a legal battle or court case, could be child support, could be a divorce settlement, could be having to take control of something like you're fighting with a business partner and you need to take control of the business or company. It could be a variety of things. So you have to think about, where are you fighting for control over something? And remember what I say at the beginning of the readings. Timing is different for all of you. Some of you may say, that already happened to me last year. Some of you may see it take a year to happen, but many of you Tauruses, it's going to circle around, you know, last month of October, this month of November, maybe even in December. You could even have to work for new people where new bosses could be hired, and they may have new orders of business. You know, they may be like, well, that's the way the old owner, the old company ran things, or the old owner ran things. We've got new rules, new regulations, new techniques, methods, orders of business, schedules, and routines that you have to follow. Again, for many of you, it comes up as winning some kind of settlement. That comes up here again. Also, if you have felt like you needed to conquer something, a bad habit, an addiction, or like maybe it was weight loss, or maybe it was drinking too much, or maybe you wanted to quit smoking. I don't know what it is, but you can feel victorious, like you've conquered something. And you may even start to impart your wisdom and knowledge to other people about how you overcame it, whatever it is. You may even start a business out of it. You could do webinars, seminars. Maybe you're going to have a video platform on some video channel. And then you could start teaching others. It's likely here for some of you Tauruses. So the second card you have in your reading is the Hierophant, or no, I'm sorry, this is the Emperor. They don't name the cards in this deck. I'm not totally used to all the pictures. This is the Emperor. This has strong Aries energy. This is a paternal figure that's crossed over to the other side, watching you, guiding you, protecting you, giving you ideas and inspirations that could feel like they're yours, but they could actually be coming from the Emperor. It could be a strong male figure in the living, a father, grandfather, great-grandfather, husband, uncle, brother. You could be the Emperor in some way in this situation. You could be having more control and power, which clearly came up in this card. Yeah, there is some element here, Taurus, where some of you are going to be fighting for your rights in some regard. And you may have to put your foot down and stop letting people railroad you, bulldoze you, manipulate you, control you. It's like, in some ways, I feel, Taurus, you may feel like you have to fix your life. You have to get it in order. Or some aspect of your life may be wonky and unstable, and you have to fix it and get it in order. You could also, some of you could have a father figure that is having problems with mobility. They could be stumbling. They may also have problems controlling their bowels. That could be another problem coming up for Tauruses that have a father or father figure. Remember, I'm saying father figure. If your father's already deceased, maybe that's what happened before he passed. But this could be another strong male figure in your life that's having these issues. You may feel like you want to get out of Dodge. You may feel like you want to leave a situation. My guides are saying the last train to Clarksville and get out of Dodge. You may feel like that's what you want to do because, you know, if that's what, it doesn't mean that's what you're going to do, but you could feel overwhelmed. It could be upsetting. You could feel overwhelmed if that is happening to a father figure in your life, and you may be having to help them, and that is a stressful thing to do. Some of you are going to receive important information, possibly some kind of documents in the mail in November. It could be about litigation. Remember what I said here. It could have legal, it could be about wills, but it could also be about court cases and any litigation that you've already gone through. This could be, or that you could potentially be getting ready to get into. I feel like these are important documents, and I keep getting sealed documents. So I don't know what that means. I don't really know why they're calling them sealed documents, important documents. They could mean like there's some kind of seal on them. Maybe this is, you know, the final seal, the final judgment. I don't know that it means sealed like, you know, sealed closed. It could be sealed with a stamp of some sort. So I just want to say here, remember, you know, we're in Mars retrograde now. And Mars retrograde is going, I think it started on October 30th. It goes until January 12th, but the shadow period goes all the way to the middle. The post-shadow period goes to the middle of March. So we are all going to be dealing with Mars retrograde, as well as the eclipse that happened on the 25th of October in Scorpio, and the new moon partial solar eclipse that happened then in Scorpio, and then the one coming up in Taurus in March on November 8th. So you're being affected strongly by these things now. But remember, with Mars retrograde, it is not really the best time to initiate something unless it's something you started before, put on pause, and you're going to reinitiate it, restart it. That's a good time for that. Also, you have to be cautious because this Mars retrograde could cause you to feel impulsive and also could drive up anger. So just be careful about that. And if you want to see more about what I got for your zodiac sign, specifically your sun sign or your rising sign or even your moon sign, you could maybe want to see all three, you can get my Mars retrograde psychic tarot scopes for 2022, 2023. That link's down below in the description box in the show more section. And it's also on my website at theluckymermaid.com on the videos page. So these are connected to my Vimeo on-demand channel. So you really might want to check that out and be cautious of what I just said. Be cautious of initiating new things, good to restart old things, and be careful of anger and impulsivity in now through really all the way until the middle of March, but especially now through mid-January. So the third card in your reading is the Nine of Cups, and this is a good card. This is wish fulfillment. All good things coming to you in an emotional sense. You could feel full, content, filled up, content, peace. You could feel that. It could also be kind of like, let's party, let the good times roll. Some wish could come true for you now. Some of you are graduating from something. It could be a spiritual graduation, a soul graduation. It could be a graduating from a class, a training program, a course. You could be graduating at your job, moving from one level up to a higher position. You're going to be doing well with negotiating terms. I feel some of you are talking to new people and negotiating terms. This could be to do with a lawsuit or settlement, like I said earlier. This could also be if you're getting hired for a new job or something else. You could be, negotiating a salary and what the benefits you're going to get and what days of the week you're going to work and how many days you're going to work at home and how many days are you going to work in the office, or if you're going to do all one or the other. Some of you Tauruses are going to put together a package deal for people to buy. Now, if you have your own business, this could be something you're selling on your website. But this could also be if you have some other type of job, like you're in sales, or you have your own business and you have a brick and mortar store. You could put a package deal together. If you buy this, this, and this, you get a reduced price. So this could also be, like I said, on a website or something on the internet. Some of you will be doing that. Some of you are going to take out some things that you want to sell. You could be selling things on, there's an app. I think I looked at it once. You can sell clothing, your old clothing, any designer handbags or clothing or shoes, or maybe an auction website. There's a few, one main one that's really popular. You could put your items on there, because I see you taking things out that you've owned and you're reselling them, but I feel like you're selling them on the internet. This could be, you could be doing it where at a yard sale or an estate sale, but I feel more like you're selling these things online. Be careful of gastritis or acid indigestion or bloating. I feel like you could have issues with that. It's something to do with something you're eating and drinking. You may even be on some kind of new health regime. or, and you're drinking this special drink and it could give you a lot of gas and bloating. Doesn't mean it's not going to work for whatever you're trying to achieve, but, if it's new to you, it could cause these effects in you. Or if you're just, overindulging, in the United States, we have Thanksgiving towards the end of the month. I'm not sure exactly of the date. I should look that up. It could be, Thanksgiving meal, like you eat too much or you go somewhere and they made some things you're not used to, and it could create that in your system. So I just want to say here too, if you would like a continuation or an expansion of this reading where I look into my crystal and give you additional psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides for the month of November 2022, that link is down below in the description box in the Show More section. It is connected to my Vimeo videos on-demand channel, where I sell my videos that I do very specific topics with using variety of divination tools. So if you want to hear what my guides have to say, in addition to these messages for November, click on that link down below in the description box, or you can go to my website at theluckymermaid.com videos page, look for the November crystal readings, click on whatever zodiac sign you want, and it will take you to that video on Vimeo. So now on to card number 4 in your reading. You have 8 of Rods, and 8 of Rods is news coming to you swiftly, swift or sudden change. Could be travel coming up for you. This could also be the arrows of love, but very often it's communication, and it could be coming to you in all ways: text messages, emails, phone calls, any kind of communication. You have to be on the lookout, because some of you Tauruses are going to be under pressure from the job you're doing. Meaning there could be an uptick of things that you have to do. Emails you have to answer, phone calls you have to make or receive. It could have to do with the upcoming holidays. It could have to do with whatever job or business, whatever job you're in or business you own. It could be like par for the course for this time of year. I don't know, but I get like feeling pressure and a lot, all circling around communications you're receiving and making. You may get invited to attend some kind of party or gathering, and for some of you it's a surprise. Either it's a surprise party for someone, or it's a surprise party for you. Don't want to blow the surprise, but it could be. Or the invitation itself is a surprise. Something is surprising about it. And I do feel like you will go. Many of you will go. And I do feel like it is fun, like you're going to have fun. I don't feel like you're going to feel like it's dull or drudgery. I feel like you're going to be happy you went. Some of you could receive a box in the mail, and it could have different items in it. And I hear the words engagement. So if any of you are getting engaged, it could be like somebody sends you things to do with your engagement, like things they think you'll need for your upcoming nuptials, or things that they want to give you, like an engagement gifts, or a gift with many items in it is what I'm really seeing. But some of you, it may not have anything to do with engagement at all, and you may just receive a box that has many items in it. Now, I feel like it's coming to you from someone you know. I do not feel you ordered it. Some of you maybe, but I really feel it's more like a good friend or a relative that cares about you a lot is sending you this. And again, as I said, for some of you, it has to do with an engagement. It could even be if you have a son or daughter that's getting engaged and you're having some kind of party for them, you could be receiving the gift that then you will give it to them at the engagement party, and it has multiple things in it. You could find yourself having to write a lot of checks, or you're receiving a lot of checks in the mail. I get checks in the mail, and I feel like it's quite a few. So you're either writing checks or receiving checks. So the last card in your reading for November 2022 is the 5 of Rods, and this is a struggle. This could be an internal struggle going on in you. It could be a struggle with coworkers, family members, or in any clubs, groups, or organizations that you belong to. You know, some of you could see some rioting going on somewhere. I feel that this is first and foremost what comes up is people bashing into windows. And this could be like looting. You could be watching people loot, or, you know, or they're angry about some business or company or something going on in the world and they're smashing windows. I feel like it's businesses they're doing it to. You could also come to hear of a lot of gang wars and also people that live in like the same neighborhood, like getting mad at each other and, you know, taking things out at each other. It may not be happening where you live. You may be hearing of this on the news, or it may be nearby. Some of you, it could be in the neighborhood you live in. This could, like I said, but this could also be happening at some company or business where people are like really mad and they're going down there and they're creating havoc. You know, this is weird. It's not going to apply to all of you, but if you work at a company or business where people are like getting kind of mutinous and they're getting mad, they may not like the rules, the regulations, any changes that came up. If you go back and listen to what I said in this card, the new rules, laws, regulations, you may want to quit. If like people are getting really uppity, violent, you know, angry, doing all kinds of harebrained stuff that makes you feel nervous, unsettled, you may be like, this place is turning into a crazy house, a madhouse. I'm out of here. That could even happen if in some kind of dormitory you live in, an apartment complex, or condominiums or townhomes. If there's like, I don't know, like, or roommate situation, like because whatever it is, when this kicks up, you're going to feel like you want to get out of there. Even if it's just maybe for the day, if it's just happening like for a day or a couple of days, you may say, I'm not putting myself at risk. I'm not going to be here. I'm out of here. And you may go, remember what I said early on? I got out, getting out of Dodge and taking the last train to Clarksville did come up. That's what my guide said. They say some odd things sometimes, but it's to make a point. So just be careful of this 5 of Rods situation. I don't really feel like it's just bickering. I feel like people are doing some, you know, physical things here, and not surprising to me with Mars retrograde and these 2 eclipses. I'm not surprised at all. So be extra careful, Taurus. So the best gemstone crystal I got for you to work with, use, and wear, and I don't know that I've ever pulled it out of the bag before and it's been in there the whole time, and maybe in the past I have, but it's long ago. You got goldstone as the best gemstone crystal for you to work with, use, or wear in the month of November 2022. Goldstone is a stone that promotes ambition. It assists in attaining goals. It's a symbol of ingenuity, ambition, and drive, and also power. Goldstone reduces tension, revitalizes, and encourages a positive attitude. It's also a grounding stone and secures the root chakra. It's a gemstone of transformation, alchemy, and strength. Goldstone gives a sense of safety and stability. Wow. I gotta say, this makes sense for your reading, especially this card here and this card here. It's like the bookends of your reading. Goldstone is totally making sense with these 2 cards. Now, and your reading in general. It's happening so far. I'm reading you at sign number 6. It's happened with every sign so far that I feel like the gemstones are really spot on in the November readings. It's going to help you make your mark where you need to make something count. If you have a legal case, definitely can get a little gemstone crystal of goldstone and carry it with you, or a bracelet or something, because I feel like it would help you. It's going to improve your senses and heighten your senses, like your hearing. It's going to improve your eyesight. Don't ask me how. It does something. It works with your aura. And that's how the gemstones work with our vibrations and our frequencies. And that's all coming through the auric field around your body. It's also going to help you be very vigilant and diligent in what you need. Vigilant and diligent in what tasks you need to do, work you need to complete. And it is going to be an uplifting stone and put you in a positive frame of mind. So I hope this reading was of help to you, and I hope it made sense. As always, thank you so very much for watching. I do truly appreciate it. And please like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell when you do subscribe. That way you'll get notified when I upload my videos here to YouTube. And if you would like to get any of the special video series I record for my Vimeo on-demand channel, where I use a variety of divination tools to look into very specific topics, you can get the most recently recorded series in the links down below in the description box, or you can go to my website at theluckymermaid.com and go to the videos page. There you can see all the different video series I've recorded, what divination tools I've used, how far the predictions go out in time, and you just click on whatever sign you want under the heading of the video series you want, and that link will take you to those videos on Vimeo. Now, the most recently recorded video series I have down below, I'll just name a few, is my eclipse effects from the solar eclipse in Scorpio, October 25th, 2022, psychic tarot, crystal, and oracle card readings. I highly recommend, if you can do so, to also get your rising sign in those videos. It'll give you a more clear picture of what that new moon partial solar eclipse will bring to your life over the next 6 months. And I got to tell you, those predictions, some of them for some of the signs were going out a year from now. My Mars retrograde psychic tarot scopes for 2022-2023 are also available. There's 4 tarot cards in those readings, plus an animal totem card, and I pulled a gemstone crystal for you also from my velvet bag of gems for each sign of the zodiac. Again, that's another series I recommend to get your rising sign and your moon sign. Your rising sign and your sun sign to get a more clear picture of what's to come for you. Also, my Horseshoe Tarot Spread Psychic Tarot readings for 2022-2023. They're also available. That video series is one of the most purchased video series that I put on Vimeo. I think it's because there's 7 tarot cards and it is a lot of predictions and information in those videos. Also, don't forget, my psychic crystal readings for November 2022 are also available, which I talked about earlier in the readings. And my career and finance psychic tarot and crystal readings, those predictions go out 12 to 18 months. I recorded them in April of 2022, and the predictions go all the way until October of 2023. Now, there's many other video series down below. I won't name them all. You can look at them at your leisure and select whatever you would like. Also, if you would like to get more predictions and messages from my spirit guides channeled through me that you're not going to see here in a video format, you can follow me on my social media pages at The Lucky Mermaid LLC on Facebook and The Lucky Mermaid _ Pam Georgel on Instagram. Also, on my YouTube community pages, I've started to post these predictions and messages there as well, but they're in a written format, usually about 5 paragraphs long. Many people do find that either some of the messages in those readings or all of it resonate with them, and you may find that as well. So I'd love to see you on my social media pages. And please know, if anybody contacts you, I've said this a million times, so I'm going to keep saying it. Hopefully it'll stop, but it continues on and happens for like all kinds of people that have Instagram. I'm kind of surprised how many people are getting this happening to them. I'm not contacting you and asking you if you want a reading. If anybody does that and messages you or starts following you, it's not my account. They've created a fraudulent account. So if somebody follows you and if somebody asks you, because they're winding up to ask you if you want a reading. That's what they're going to do. And it's not me. I only work from my wait list, which I closed in 2018 because it got too full, and my cancellations list, which I still accept people. I still put people on that list. I only read people from those lists, and I contact you myself in writing in an email. It's going to come from me, and you're going to have communication with me back and forth. It's not going to be coming to you through social media, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. It's not, if you get anything from there, it's not me. If you would like to make a donation to this channel and help support the readings that I do here on YouTube, I have a donation link down below. It is connected to PayPal. I want to thank you to those who have been very generous and kind and donated to my channel. It does mean a lot to me, and it does help a lot. So thank you so very much for that. I do truly appreciate it. So I hope you have an absolutely amazing month of November, and know that I wish you many blessings and peace.